Hey, what's going on, guys? As you guys saw, I finally got time to get my rims and tires dismounted off of each other so I could finally put my tires on my new beadlocks. As you guys know, as I said in the video 3 months ago now at this point, I have never actually installed tires on beadlocks. So this is going to be my first time doing it. So I'm going to run into any problems, issues, and any other tips and tricks that could help you guys install them and help me install them after I figured out how to do them for the first time. So let's get into it. So it took me about 15 minutes to find this wonderful ancient tool that my dad has, but after that should be pretty simple and straightforward from there. So basically all you gotta do is lubricate these. I'm just gonna grab some spit and kind of rub it around it and be able to pull this right through the rim with no issues. So we'll get to that and see you guys in a second. Just like that, it's on. So pretty simple, straightforward, easy. A little bit of spit's all you need there. That actually worked out wonderful. I'm happy with that. Chrome goes with that lip too, which is nice. So I also marked the tires inside of each, so I know that I won't be installing them the same way. Even though it wouldn't be the end of the world, I'd rather at least only like to do it once. I wanted to use something. I'm going to use invisible glass cleaner because it will disappear and not be corrosive to the aluminum, because I do want these to slip on easy and then actually hold, which is the whole point of beadlock. So I'm going to use some invisible glass cleaner. Spray it around the bead. And then up here too, just let it slip on, and then I'm actually going to inside. So I'm going to spray inside of this tire as well. Now obviously I don't have a tire machine, I'm doing it on a box. So if I can do it on a box, you can easily do it on a tire machine. Now this is the fun part where you kind of just yep, just like that. Yeah, to be honest, that's it. Wow. That actually looks amazing. Just right there. I'm fantasizing instead of working. That's normally how it goes. I love car parts. Yeah, I do recommend using anti-seize on every single one of these that you put in. And of course I'm gonna go star pattern all the way around until I do it. And I'm gonna do it once, do it again, do it a third time, and then do a final check of 18 foot-pounds. So the first pass I'm gonna do 12, second 15, third 18, fourth 18. I also saw where you're supposed to retorque them after about 30 miles. All right, so I dumped the bolts out into a metal tray. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to now put a little bit of anti-seize on every single one of the bolts as I'm finger tightening and installing them. So now guys, I'm actually going to talk about why I think my car specifically needs beadlocks and what beadlocks are for, and why some people make fun of cars that have beadlocks. So first off, why I think my car needs beadlocks is the fact that it weighs 3,800 pounds without any weight reduction in it. And I definitely do believe that I had issues last year when my rim was spinning in my tire, which obviously kills ET, kills launches, doesn't make things smooth, kind of, you know, ruins the whole pass within the first 60 feet. And obviously with this being a manual, it might be a little harder on the components than an automatic is, because, you know, the converter slippage and At the beginning part of this year, I was really good at dumping the clutch. So obviously, I was only running 18 to 20 PSI in these tires all year, and I was still having the issue. I marked the tire, marked the rim, and I finally was like, you know what? I need them. They were on Black Friday discount, so I said, screw it, I got them. But basically what it is, as you see, is the outer ring here that I'm installing right now with all these bolts actually clamps onto the tire with ridges on each side, as you guys saw in the other video that I made, that basically it just clamps the tire so the rim spins with the tire. There's no way that the tire will spin without the rim unless these bolts somehow become loose, which obviously I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna be very, very paranoid for the first 2 times I go to the track after every pass. The first time I drive it to the track, I'm gonna check them and everything like that, just so I don't have any issues. But yeah, I really think that these are gonna look really good on my car too. But most people make fun of people that have beadlocks because they only think it's for like a fashion standpoint, when actually my car is actually going to be used for practicality, because it probably makes high 6s, low 7s wheel horsepower, especially through a manual. It's a little aggressive. But yeah, I mean, people make fun of them because they're like, oh, you have a, you know, I don't even know what people make fun of now. A 12-second car with beadlocks would look kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. But I think if, you know, everybody makes fun of people without knowing their actual build. Say that same guy running 12s is having a twin turbo kit shipped to his house, and he said, you know what, I'm just gonna get the beadlocks now because I know what I'm gonna do later. Could be something like that even, but yeah, there's a lot of, you know, variables there obviously, so I'm not gonna get into that. But honestly, from my standpoint, I've wanted them for a while. I thought I needed them for a while, and this year when the motor stayed together and, you know, everything worked as well as it did, I said, you know what, this will be a good year to just do some rebuilding, which is why I put the stock shifter back in it over the Hurst, put these on it, took the sway bar off, just, you know, testing some things that I maybe would look past any other time when I have too much going on, because I've had 3 new motors the last 3 seasons of racing. So obviously I've not had my fun share of, you know, how these cars are, but now that it's working, I've had about 3,500 miles on this one. I said, you know what, I'll finally treat it to some good stuff and see how deep I can go into the 10s before adding the GPI track attack heads, porting my high ram, and whatever dangerous else things I can figure out by then. But the next one I'm going to do, I'm not going to talk. I'm going to actually try and time lapse it and see how fast I can actually get these installed. Alright guys, I apologize. GoPro overheated, but I did my final pass, did it twice actually, checked them all. Now I'm going to stick air in it, seat the bead, and then we'll go on to the next one. There it goes. That always scares me. I don't know about you guys, but that pop always scares me. All right, well that's 28, so that's, you know, 2 more PSI than what I normally run them on the street at. I usually run them at 26 on the street, and usually between 18 and 20 at the track. But this one's done. I'm now going to speed lap, or not speed run, but try and work faster at this one and see how fast I can actually get it done and time myself, just to give you guys an idea of how long it took me to do a second one. Obviously, the first one I was going to do a little bit of fun with, but yeah, this is what it looks like when it's on. It actually looks like it means a lot more business. I just sent a picture to my girlfriend, and she was like, wow, they look completely different. I'm like, yeah, it definitely looks like it means business now. But I'm going to swap over to the other one. If the camera dies for some reason, I do apologize. Still struggling with the GoPro. I bought it everything it needed, and now it's trying to overheat on me. So there's that, but we'll get to the next one just now. These look absolutely exactly what I wanted on my car. Now I'm gonna jack up the car and at least put one on for the time being to see what it looks like. So I'll see you guys then. I don't have a jack underneath it because I am not actually getting underneath the car. Yep, well, good thing I figured that out. I can't actually tighten these with the socket I have, which is interesting. It means I better not actually get these in that deep. But obviously they move, but I'm not gonna drop it now that I know that the car actually doesn't take those lug nuts unless I can't get it on there right. But that is what it looks like right there. Let me actually take the GoPro off of the tripod, and that's what it looks like. Definitely a way more aggressive look. I'm a huge fan of what that looks like. Wow. I love it. I think I made the right decision, boys. What do you guys think? Definitely looks a lot more meaty and aggressive with the other, with those tires on it than the Race Stars. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to really get all the tires mounted, seated, and to this point we're at right now. So honestly, for the first time, I don't think it's that bad, but hope you guys enjoyed. This was all on my GoPro besides the intro, so I hope you guys enjoy that. I am getting it to work, so let me know if you guys like the GoPro content better or the phone content better. I gotta look and review. I like some things of the GoPro, some things of the phone, but without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Right after I said goodbye to you guys, I actually went in my toolbox and got the Race Star socket that I used on the Race Star rims at first, and they actually are the perfect size for these lug nuts. So you guys actually will see me get these tightened down enough to at least have it sit down and actually see how it looks with the car on the ground. So let's get to it. It's probably about the best you're gonna get without me actually driving, which is actually pretty close. I think it's actually a little off for the fact that the other side still has the 28-inch tire on it, but that looks awesome. That actually looks better than it did with it sitting in the air, obviously. But wow, I'm actually a big fan of that. That's awesome. Look at that. I think I made the right decision. That looks awesome.